What's up guys? Today I'm going to show you how to achieve a lo-fi sound using plugins. We're going to test out the Retro RC-20 plugin by XLN Audio. We're going to try out Waves plugins, including the J37 and Abbey Road vinyl. Also, we're going to test out the stock Ableton stuff. And we're going to try out Izotope vinyl, which is a free plugin. All of these plugins give you that tape sound and vinyl sound that is really popular right now. So I'm going to use a beat that I created, and we're going to first look at the Retro Color plugin. The RC-20 Retro Color is by XLN Audio. It is $80, and it's a plugin that just gives you all the controls you need to get a retro, vintage, lo-fi sound. I'm running una corda, which is a contact instrument included in the Native Instruments library. Let's hear what it sounds like without the Retro plugin. By adding Retro Color, it sounds like this. The RC-20 allows you to modify your sound in many different ways. So over here you see we have noise, wobble, and distort activated, but it allows you also to go digital, add space, and make things magnetic sounding. I'm going to turn those off for now. So noise really gives you a vinyl type of sound. You can also choose from tape presets, VHS machines. These are all really nice plugins, but I'm trying to keep it consistent to try to get the sound that I'm really looking for. So let's hear that piano sound again, and I'm going to take out wobble and distort, and I want you to just hear what the noise added sounds like. Without noise. Let's add the noise and the wobble. You can adjust the wow and the flutter here, the rate, and how much you want it to mix in. Let's add the distortion. I'm going to raise the distortion. You can hear what that sounds like. Let's raise the wobble. Let's try raising the noise. So I've really liked messing around with the Retro Color. It's got a bunch of presets in here that are really nice, and you can use this for all sorts of different things. So now you've heard the sound that the RC-20 adds to this piano. Now, can we recreate something similar using Waves? Let's try doing that. Now we've got the same piano sound, and let's hear it with the Waves plugins. I've got the J37, and I also have the Abbey Road's vinyl playing. Alright, so for the vinyl plugin, I have the generation set to print and the turntable set to DJ. I put the noise up a lot, and the crackle and density and the clicks. So these are really the only controls that I modified from the default setting. On the J37, I adjusted the rate and depth of wow and flutter and increased the noise level and the saturation. So let's hear what it sounds like with just the vinyl added in. So I'm taking out J37. Can add more crackle, add more noise, so you can hear what those are doing. Clicks and the density. Now let's just hear what the J37 does by itself. So at the J37, you hear right off the bat adding the wow and flutter, so you hear the tones of the piano wavering, and it gives it that nice old tape effect. Let's play that, and let's add some more noise. Let's see what the saturation does. Now let's turn them both on. To my settings that I had before. So now we've heard waves. Let's go back to retro just so you can compare the sound of what retro sounded like. So we talked about the RC-20, that's $80. If you buy both the J37 and the Abbey Road vinyl plugins from Waves, they're each $70. That's the sale price right now. So if you buy them both, you're spending $140. What do you think? Is it worth $140 for the Waves sound? Now, what if you didn't want to spend that money at all, and instead you just want to use your stock Ableton plugins to achieve a nice lo-fi sound? We're working with the same Equator piano. I've added the plugins Crack, and I've added the mono plugin, and I've also added the analog tape channel strip. Let's listen to what each of these adds to the sound. Here's the plain piano. Let's add the crack. Let's make it mono. I've decreased the width. And now let's add that master analog tape channel strip. I feel like the analog tape channel strip took away some of the crackle. There it is again. So maybe we can do without the analog tape channel strip. We can add more crackle. You'll notice that we don't have a wobble type of effect, but this is still a very nice lo-fi sound, and you haven't spent any extra money. So if you're an Ableton user, this is a nice solution for that lo-fi sound. Oh, this works well with other instruments too, by the way. Guitar sounds great with this. All right, so now let's get even cheaper, and let's say that we're not working with the Equator piano sound from Native Instruments, and instead let's work with the Ableton piano, the stock Ableton piano. And here's a track where I've used the stock Ableton piano. It's the preset called Simplest Piano, and here's what it sounds like EQ'd and with those same plugins added. I'm going to take out the analog tape channel strip this time as well. With the channel strip. Crackle. We've looked at the RC-20 for $80. We've looked at the Waves plugins, the J37, Abbey Road vinyl. Both of those together is $140 right now on the sale price. And we've also looked at Ableton alternatives that are pretty much free. Let's look at one more free option. It's the Izotope plugin called Vinyl. Now we're going to take the same track and we're going to listen to what vinyl sounds like. So what do you think? You can see the settings that I've used. I've added mechanical noise, dust, and warp. And I've adjusted over here the amount that we're working with. So, and oh, I also use the preset 1970. If you go backwards a little bit, you can hear what that sounds like. It gets even older, even lo-fi-ier. But the 1970 was the nice sound that kind of compared to the other versions of this track that I have. There you have it. There's a bunch of options for getting that lo-fi sound using different plugins. I highly recommend using the Izotope plugin. It's a quick and easy way to add that lo-fi sound. Now, if you're looking for a lot more control, I do like the Retro plugin a lot too, just because you get everything all in one place. The other ones, you could tweak, maybe achieve the same sound result, but it's not as easy as just using this one plugin. I really like it a lot. All right, so you've heard that piano intro. Well, what about the drums? I added some plugins to the drums as well, and let's listen to what the drums sound like without the plugins added. And now let's add that RC-20 Retro to it. And this time, I didn't add noise, I just add some distort and digital and magnetic. You can hear what each one of these are doing. Let's listen to them one by one. If you want to add noise, There you go. There's a lot of ways to get that lo-fi sound on any one of your tracks, and you don't even need to spend any money. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe. Don't forget to keep making the lo-fi music that you love, and I'll see you guys later.